Hello, everybody. This is a game which is played by one of my student, and let's see. Straight white played with e4 and replied black. Black replied with e5. Knight f3, knight c6. Generally, knight c3, which is four knights opening with knight f6. A3. A3 is totally pointless uh, to stop that bishop b4. Even though bishop b4 played, that will not make any harm. A6 again, this is totally a very bad idea. Bishop d3 again, this is basically blocking your own d pawn, which is again blocking the c1 bishop. Definitely this is a very basic error, so you should not block your own pieces. Bishop c5 better. Castles, knight e2. I don't understand why knight e2 is played. There is certainly a very poor idea to, without completing the development, you should not if move the same piece again and again. And d5, absolutely right idea, just simply moving the center pawn and taking the space. b4 bishop, I think a6 is much better, because knight to bishop to d4, even though it is threatening rook, it can be easily taken by the opponent knight. Now c3, bishop to b6. I think here you can simply play bishop to is a6. Okay, fine. I mean a6, b5, pawn take. Again knight e7. Again he can take it. Yeah, pawn takes, pawn takes. Knight into e5. This is the problem. You should not play knight into knight e7, because it is taking off the support of e5. So pawn takes pawn is much better here. Instead of moving the defender, you can simply take off the pawn on b5. Okay, and now pawn takes bishop, pawn takes pawn. You are getting a pawn on e4, even though you are losing a pawn on uh, e5. Now knight to d5, g3. Again, this is very basic mistake. H6, and these are the moves which are not prefer in the opening, because there are plenty of pieces which should come out. For example, bishop and queen and rooks, and playing this pawn moves is very bad idea. And knight to f4, knight to f4, and you are reinforcing that knight with d5 knight with bishop b7. This is a good idea, because you are developing, any developing idea is a good idea. Now queen d6, good move, because simply attacking the opponent pawn, I mean attacking the opponent knight, and with the tempo. d4, and you can take n percent here. That is also okay. Yes. Now e3 is also good, but pawn takes n percent is a much better idea. You can by doing n percent, you can simply, opening this bishop, and this bishop is also open. So n percent is slightly better idea. Okay, let's go back. Now e3, even though he can't take the pawn takes pawn, because it met with a fork. So knight takes knight, pawn takes pawn first and takes it, then takes the knight, then knight queen to d1 is not at all a good idea. Knight to e3, getting a tempo by attacking the queen. Queen to d4, queen to d3, knight takes bishop, knight takes knight, knight takes knight takes knight, and queen to c6. The idea is simply attacking the giving a checkmate in one on you know uh, h1, king to f1, and from here this is another level. I mean, the both the players, the black played really well. Now the idea is rook to d1, rook to e8, rook to e8, blocking this idea, blocking the um, e file, so that if king gives check, now this is a checkmate. So if you play it earlier, then the king will escape to simply here, and there is no use of that check. So this is definitely a good idea to cut off the escaping squares of the king. And now this is a very good blockade, but there is a problem. Now let's see, and surprisingly, the black found a beautiful move, that is sacrificing the knight in the center. Now after taking it, you will also get the rook exchange back, and after taking it, and immediately met with a double attack. Now the black found it, and this is for a 500 rated. It is definitely a good tactical move which is found on the board, and it will be definitely a good joy. And after that, and this is going to be a clear win. Not only he's getting a bishop here, and it is again a double attack, wins the rook, and this is how the black now have no options left. In soon it will be, the game will be over. This is how. So you can get these tactical uh, blows, and you have to be ready to even sacrifice your pieces for an attack, and always look for these kind of moves, and somewhere or other you will get some tactical moves. Thank you.